In part 1 of this spiritual journey, we met Deborah, a young woman who dared to say no when others expected her to say yes. Not because the man wasn't wealthy, not because he lacked influence, but because she understood a powerful truth. Godly marriage is not built on pressure, appearances, or emotions. It is birthed in purpose, soaked in prayer, and anchored in divine direction. But now, the story deepens. Her refusal of Brother Edwin's proposal didn't end the pursuit, it exposed a hidden war. Rumors have spread, family ties are tested, and Edwin, whose ambition runs deeper than his affections, is not walking away quietly. The question is, who will be the next target of his charm? Who will be the next to mistake politics for purpose and charisma for calling?
The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 19 verse 14, "A prudent wife is from the Lord." But what happens when men pursue wives without seeking the Lord? What happens when families chase weddings but ignore destiny? This is more than a love story. This is a revelation. Welcome to part 2 of our eye-opening series, Godly Marriage, the Battle for Divine Alignment. Only on Christian Inspirations, where we tell stories that speak life, expose darkness, and guide hearts toward God's perfect will.
Great one. I have come again to report. I have done all you asked me to do. I followed the path of favor, I showed generosity, I wore humility like a robe. But still, she refused me. Deborah, the one with 12 stars, she turned me down. I tried everything within my means, both the righteous and the cunning, both the visible and the hidden. I even engaged her family. I sent whispers into the ears of her mother, I visited her pastor. I spread the narrative. But still, she would not say yes. I don't understand. Why would such a woman resist such an opportunity?
Foolish child. Did I not warn you that the one with 12 stars is not like the others? That her destiny is guarded by ancient covenants? That her name echoes in the courts of heaven? You were greedy. You thought your charm and your gold could seduce destiny itself. You underestimated her covering. She is sealed, marked, and fire surrounds her. You could not penetrate because light has already claimed her.
Oh, I forgot. Then, what shall I do now? The elders are expecting progress. The kings of the earth await my offering. I cannot go back empty-handed. I have come too far to fail now. Is there no one else fit for the exchange?
There is. Another. One who carries 7 stars, not as bright as the 12, but still enough to grant you entrance into the Council of Dominion. She is close to the first. Her path still aligns with destiny, though not as heavily guarded. Her light flickers because her discernment is weaker. She has been praying, but not watching.
Tell me, Great One. Who is she? Let me go to her. I will act fast before her stars awaken fully.
You already know her. She is called Mary, the friend of the one who rejected you. The quiet one. The gentle one. The one who desires love but tires in the waiting. She is vulnerable. And if you act swiftly, she will not see beyond your garments. Bring her into covenant before the month ends. And then, your elevation will be sealed.
Yes. Yes, Mary. She already trusts me. She will believe I turn to her for healing. I will play the broken man. I will speak the language of need. She will not resist.
But hear me now, Edwin, hear the law of this altar. If you fail again, if the second light escapes your snare, then you shall become the sacrifice. You will bleed on the same stones that once raised you. You cannot offer your weakness to this altar twice.
I understand. I will not fail again. I will secure Mary. And I will rise.
Go then. Dress in humility. Speak with tongues of angels. But no, the heavens are watching. Pastor. Honestly, this kind of giving is rare in our time. I mean, Brother Edwin gave so much today, not for show, but to sponsor school fees for the orphans, the widows feeding program, and even youth empowerment. Ha! God bless him richly. May his basket never run dry.
Brother Edwin's act is commendable, Sister Ruth. The Lord sees the heart behind the giving. Our role is to use it wisely and ensure it reaches those who truly need it. May God increase all cheerful givers. Yet, as a shepherd, I must remind us that not all that glitters is gold. Sometimes men give from a pure heart, but sometimes, it's a cover for deeper matters only the Spirit discerns.
If I were Deborah, I would be smiling right now, holding my handbag like a first lady. Look at how God blesses some people and they just walk away from it. Money, influence, respect, all just waved away.
Let's not deceive ourselves. Which other brother in this church has the kind of favor Brother Edwin has? You think all these women wearing high heels today are not praying to catch his attention? Deborah had the answer to her midnight prayers and turned it down. Only God knows what she's looking for.
They say she's still praying for divine alignment and kingdom partner. Me, I don't know what that means again. Is he not a Christian? Is he not generous? What else do they want? Or is she expecting one angel to descend from heaven and kneel down with ring in hand?
I know I may look foolish in your eyes, I've heard the whispers. I've seen the glances, I understand how strange it must look, a young woman saying, no, to a man who has it all. But let me tell you what I have learned through pain and prayer. Marriage is not a reward for holiness or beauty or long waiting. It is a destiny assignment. It is not about who can provide today, but who you are safe to walk into tomorrow with. I am not against generosity, it's a fruit of the Spirit. But I will not exchange discernment for donations.
Deborah, we didn't mean it that way, it's just that we're worried you might miss your chance. You're not getting younger, and many good men don't wait forever.
If it takes 10 years to find the one whose spirit aligns with mine, then let it take 10 years. I'd rather build a future on purpose than regret a lifetime of haste. My worth is not defined by who proposes to me, but by who God has prepared for me.
Let those who have ears hear. The blessings of God are not measured by gifts offered in public, but by obedience in private. Deborah may not have gold in her hand, but she carries oil in her lamp. That's what keeps the bride ready. May we all learn to value alignment over applause.
Good afternoon, Brother Edwin. That was a powerful move of God today. Your donation really touched many lives. May the Lord continue to use you.
Sister Mary. Your words are refreshing. Thank you. But sometimes God blesses us so we can be blessings to others. That's what I try to live by. And seeing someone like you still steadfast, still radiant in the Lord, it gives me joy. I've always admired your calmness and depth.
Thank you, sir. I'm only trying my best. I believe each of us is running our own race, seeking to please God. I admire your courage too, being such a public figure, and yet not ashamed to declare your faith openly.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. There are very few people in this church I feel I can talk to without pretending, people with insight, understanding, and wisdom. And, truth be told, Mary, I see you as one of those rare people.
Really, I didn't know you saw me in that light. I'm just me.
And that is why you're special. You're not trying too hard to be seen, but you carry something unique, a peace, a grace. And I've been praying lately. Not just about politics or promotion, but about people, the kind I need around me, those whose presence helps me stay aligned. I would love to talk more. Not here, not among the noise and distractions. I was wondering, could you meet me tomorrow? At Riverlight Restaurant, around 5 p.m.? Just for a peaceful dinner. Nothing more. I just want to talk, heart to heart.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, you know how people talk, especially after what happened between you and Deborah. I wouldn't want anything to look suspicious.
Yes, Deborah. I admit, I approached her with sincerity. I thought there was something there. But she shut me out. And I respect her decision. But that chapter is closed now. I'm moving forward. I'm trying to surround myself with people who truly see me, not the politician, not the giver, but the man inside. Mary, I believe you can see beyond the surface. Let them talk. The truth always prevails. Just one conversation, that's all I ask. No pressure, no hidden intentions.
All right, I'll think about it. I'll pray about it tonight. If my heart feels peace, I'll come. If not, I hope you'll understand.
That's why I respect you, Mary. You still make room for the voice of God. I'll be there at 5. If you come, I'll be honored. If you don't, I'll still be grateful you even considered it. Sister Mary, thank you for honoring this invitation. I wasn't sure if you'd come, but you did. And that tells me that your spirit is as open as your heart. You look radiant, by the way, like someone who carries peace in her soul.
Thank you, Brother Edwin. I almost didn't come, to be honest. But when I prayed last night, I felt this gentle nudge in my heart, not loud, not forceful, but like a whisper saying, go. And so I came with an open mind. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect.
Mary, I won't waste your time with rehearsed speeches. I came today because I believe that some decisions in life are time-sensitive. And some moments are divine. I've watched you from a distance, not in a carnal way, but in admiration. You're a woman of quiet strength, of prayer, of vision. And I believe you're the kind of woman I need beside me, as a wife.
Marriage, Brother Edwin, you mean it?
Yes, I do. I've prayed. I've searched. I've even been broken. And God has taught me that what matters most is alignment, peace, and purpose. I know many people talk about the past, about Deborah, but the truth is, that door is closed. I am not a perfect man, Mary, but I'm a man who's ready to walk into a purposeful future, with someone who sees me, values me, and can build something eternal with me. I believe you're that person. I believe your heart beats in rhythm with mine. And that's why I want to ask you tonight, Sister Mary. Will you marry me?
Brother Edwin, you have no idea what this moment means to me. You see, I've been praying, fervently. This year, I said to God, Lord, let my story change. Let this be the year I move from waiting to walking into destiny. I've fasted, I've cried in secret, I've served others' weddings with joy, even when I returned home with an aching heart. So when you asked me here, something in me hoped, something in me believed. I don't claim to know everything about you, but I believe that when two paths cross under the eyes of God, something sacred is being written. Yes, Brother Edwin, yes, I will marry you.
You've made me the happiest man tonight. I promise you, Mary, I will cover you. I will protect you. I will provide for you. You will not regret this decision. We will walk in favor and power, together.
All I ask is that we build this relationship with God in the center. Let us fast, let us seek His face together. Because marriage is more than excitement, it is war, it is purpose, it is destiny.
Indeed. And destiny is what we'll pursue. Together.
O Father, my Lord and my God, tonight I return to say thank you. Thank you for remembering me. Thank you for wiping my secret tears, the ones I cried when no one was watching. Lord, I've served you. I've waited on you. I've watched others walk into their joy, while I clapped and danced for them, hiding my own hunger for a love ordained by you. But tonight, you've given me a sign. A man has found me. A man I never chased. A man who saw value in me without me screaming to be seen. And I'm grateful, Lord. I'm grateful because this moment feels like a door opening, a long-awaited promise finally breathing in my direction. Lord, I said yes. I said yes to Brother Edwin. I said yes because I've waited for this day. Because I want to be a wife. I want to build a home. I want to be a helper in destiny, not just a woman growing older alone in silence. And Father, I said yes not because he's a public figure, or because he gives to the church. I said yes because I saw sincerity, or at least, I think I did. But Lord, you are the revealer of secrets, the one who sees the heart behind every smile, the one who sees the altar behind every handshake. I don't want to walk blindly into destruction. I don't want to wear a wedding gown only to be dressed for sorrow. So I pray, Father, whatever I do not know about Brother Edwin, whatever lies beneath what my eyes cannot see, if there is a hidden trap, expose it. If there is a buried danger, bring it to light. If this is not your plan, scatter it before it takes root. But if this is the man you've ordained for me, fortify me, anoint me, prepare me to stand beside him, not just as a wife, but as a warrior, not just in joy, but in battle, not just in public honor, but in private warfare. I lay my dreams before you, O Lord. Let your will prevail. You wrote my story before I breathed my first breath, so Lord, write this chapter yourself. In Jesus' name, Amen.
Daughter, why did you answer before you inquired of me? Why did your emotions speak before your spirit could hear? You rejoiced over a proposal, but you did not wait for my approval. You rejoiced over words, but you did not weigh the covenant hidden in the moment. He asked, and you said yes. And in that yes, a covenant was sealed in the spirit, though you meant it with your lips. My daughter, you are already wrong. Have I not told you before that my will comes with clarity, peace, and witness in your inner man? Did your heart not flutter in confusion before your lips moved in agreement? Why did you ignore the caution I placed within you? You have entered an agreement not because you were convinced by me, but because you were convinced by timing and the fear of waiting another year. You called it faith, but it was disguised anxiety. You thought it was answered prayer, but it was the enemy's offer dressed in the language of urgency. Now hear me clearly. Your yes has created a door. You have permitted a covenant. But because you are my daughter, and your heart is still drawn to my altar, I have come to warn you, not to condemn you, but to redeem you. Break this bond in prayer. Renounce this agreement in my name. Return to your place of discernment, and close the door you opened by haste. For though man may see generosity and status, I see blood. I see the altar behind the offering. I see the darkness behind the charm. He who came with a ring also came with a price. And the price is your purpose. If you go forward with this, you will not just lose joy, you will lose light. If you walk into this marriage, your laughter will end at the altar. For what he seeks is not companionship, but power. And you are the vessel he desires to drain. Return to me, Mary. Break the covenant. And I, the Lord, will cover you. I will send you the one who aligns with your purpose. But first, obey me. Do not delay. Obedience is better than covenant made in haste.
Deborah, I came because something happened, and I don't even know how to process it alone. I know you'll understand, at least, I hope so. Brother Edwin, he asked me to meet him yesterday, and when I did, he proposed to me. He said he's been praying about it and that he believes I am his wife. And Deborah, I said yes.
Oh, wow, Mary, that's big news. Congratulations. I mean, if you're convinced in your spirit, then I rejoice with you. But, permit me to say this, I won't go deeper into this conversation, not yet. Because I believe your real clarity will not come from me. It will come from your place of stillness. There are some answers that must only be birthed in the secret place, not in excitement, not from friends, not from others' opinions.
That's just it, Deborah. That's exactly why I'm here. I went home that night to thank God. I thought it was the end of waiting, the end of tears. I even knelt down and poured my heart out in gratitude. But, while I was still praying, the whole atmosphere changed. Deborah, I heard a voice. Not in my head, it wasn't imagination. It was clear, like a father correcting a child with love but fire. He said, "Daughter, why did you answer before you prayed? Why did you enter covenant without inquiry?" He told me that my yes had already become a covenant in the spirit realm, and that I had moved too fast.
Mary, oh, Mary. You've just echoed my own thoughts from yesterday. If you had met me after your quiet moment, after you had waited on God, we would be talking differently now. You see, I've been through this road with Edwin. I know his charm, his generosity, his religious packaging. But I also know that spiritual matters are not judged by appearance or excitement. I rejected him, not out of pride, or because I'm difficult, but because I prayed. And in prayer, the Lord showed me things that made my bones shake. Dreams came. Warnings followed. I knew I wasn't dealing with a mere man, I was dealing with a destiny interruption. That voice that came to you, that wasn't a rebuke to shame you. It was a rescue, a lifeline before it's too late.
Deborah, I feel so foolish. I thought I was being wise. I thought I was taking a step of faith. But I now see that I was driven by fear of time, not by peace from the Lord. I was desperate to not spend another year single. I wanted to testify like others. I mistook movement for progress. I accepted him thinking maybe I could help him become better spiritually, maybe even win him over truly. But that voice made it clear, this was not about partnership, it was about purpose theft. He is not who he pretends to be, is he?
Mary, it's not about who he pretends to be. It's about what lies behind him. Edwin is a man backed by altars, not the ones we see in church, but the ones buried in darkness. The Lord showed me symbols, showed me the chains he's trying to wrap around vessels of light. And you carry stars, Mary. You carry destiny. Your yes to him could cost your light. You still have time. Go back into your prayer closet. Renounce that covenant. Break the spiritual bond your lips opened. And don't do it carelessly, do it with holy aggression. Do it like your life depends on it, because it does.
I will. I must. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you for not judging me. Thank you for reminding me that I'm still a daughter of the King, even when I almost gave myself to a counterfeit prince. Please, pray with me. I can't go through this alone.
I will. I'm with you, Mary. But more importantly, the Lord is with you. And he doesn't abandon his own, even when we stumble. He rescues, redeems, and restores. Let's call on the name that breaks yokes.
Ah, Mary, my daughter. Welcome. You're just in time. Come and help me with some farm work for a few days. Your eyes are shining, like someone with good news. Talk to me, my dear. What is that news you're carrying inside that heart?
Mama, something happened yesterday, and I'm not even sure how to begin explaining it. Honorable Edwin, yes, the same one, he asked me to meet him for a little chat. And when I did, he proposed. He said God had led him to me. He said I'm the one.
Oh. My God, I thank you. I said it. I told your aunt 2 weeks ago that your time has come. Honorable Edwin? Ah. That's a man with name and position. A politician, wealthy, respected in church. Jesus, you've done it. My fasting is not in vain. Mary, you've made me proud. Finally, this house will wear wedding colors. Now I will show my enemies that God is not asleep. You said yes, right?
Mama, I said yes, but I went home to thank God, and something strange happened. I was praying, kneeling down in my room when suddenly I heard a voice. It was strong, not ordinary. It said, "Daughter, why did you accept before you prayed? Your acceptance is already a covenant." I don't know how to explain it. Mama, I feel afraid. Like I made a mistake.
Eh? A voice. Mary, stop it there. Stop it right there, don't even try that. Don't let the devil confuse you. This is how the serpent of delay and confusion starts. You've been praying for marriage. I've cried for you. People whispered behind my back, saying you were too choosy. Now, God answers you, and you say you're hearing voices? Is it not the same devil that whispered to Eve? Let me tell you, The enemy knows the marriage of a daughter can be the lifting of a family, so he plants doubt in your heart. Don't listen to it, Mary. It's the voice of destruction.
But Mama, what if it's not the devil? What if it's God? What if this, yes, binds me into something I don't fully understand? Deborah said something similar happened to her when Edwin came to her. And she rejected him. Mama, what if there's something we are not seeing? I'm not trying to be rebellious. I'm just afraid I may be moving too fast.
Mary, listen to me, and hear me well. Deborah is not you. Let her carry her own story. As for Edwin, even if he has flaws, every man does. That's why the family will still sit and assess him. If he's not good, we'll turn him down ourselves. But you? Don't throw away your opportunity just because you heard something. You're my only daughter. I want to see your joy before I leave this earth. Don't let fear rob you of what we've waited years to see.
Mama, I don't know what to do. My heart feels like a battlefield. You're right, this looks like everything I've waited for, but that voice, it still echoes in me. It didn't sound like confusion, it sounded like rescue. Please, Mama, just pray with me. I'm not saying I won't proceed, I'm saying let's wait just a little. One more night in God's presence. Let's ask Him to show us, clearly, if Edwin is the one, then let God silence every fear. But if he's not, let us not enter what we will regret forever.
Okay. Just tonight. I'll give you that. But promise me, Mary, don't let doubt become a delay. Don't be like those who pray and refuse the answers. I'll pray too. But after that, no more shaking. No more listening to strange voices. If it is good news, embrace it.
Thank you, Mama. That's all I'm asking. Just one more night, and if God still says nothing, I'll trust your counsel.
2 days later.
Hello, Brother Edwin. Good morning, afternoon, sir. Okay, you want to come and see my family. You mean this week, to officially declare your intentions. All right, I'll speak with my mother and call you back shortly. Thank you.
My daughter, what is it? That call looked like it came with royal news. Let me guess, is it Edwin again?
Yes, Mama. He said he's coming to see the family, to declare his intention. He said he doesn't want to delay again. He wants everything to start moving.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's how real men behave. Mary, you see now? You see why I said that boy is serious? I have to go and wash that wrapper I've been saving for good news. I said it. This is your season.
But, Mama, wait. Can we talk?
Talk? What is it again? Why that voice like someone that's not happy? Mary, you should be dancing now. Do you know what it means for a man to come publicly to declare his intention to your family? You should be thanking God.
Mama, I understand everything, and I respect your joy. But my heart is not settled. 2 nights in a row, I still had dreams that left me cold and restless. I saw a darkness hovering around Edwin. I saw chains. I saw myself trying to run but my legs were tied. Mama, I don't know what all this means.
Mary. Again with the dreams? Are you the only one God talks to in dreams? So God now gives marriage counseling in nightmares? My daughter, please. Don't let the devil use fear to block your destiny. You think every marriage starts with 100% peace. Even your late father, when he came for me, I almost said no because I wasn't feeling settled, too. But look at what came out of it. I gave birth to you. He died and left this mansion for me as a landlady.
Mama, this is not just unsettled feelings. I'm not a child. I've fasted, I've prayed, and I even told God, if this is the man, let peace flood my heart. But instead, I've had more restlessness than before. I'm not rejecting Edwin because he's not rich or influential. I'm only scared of walking into something that may look glorious outside but may turn into bondage later.
Listen, Mary. There are some battles that require faith, not dreams. Edwin has shown respect. He's come with good intentions. He's even shown generosity to the church. A man like this is rare in today's world. You want to keep waiting for some mystery husband that will drop from the sky, while others are moving on? I am your mother, and I have confirmed in my spirit that Edwin is your answer.
Mama, please understand me. I am not looking for a mystery husband. I'm only looking for God's voice in this decision. Yes, Edwin looks like the perfect man. Yes, he's wealthy. Yes, he's visible in the church. But we both know that visibility is not the same as purity. You remember Deborah, my friend. She also rejected Edwin, and what she shared with me, Mama, I wish you would listen.
Mary, you want to copy Deborah? You want to copy another woman's conviction? Is she the Holy Spirit? Maybe she missed her chance, and now she wants you to join her. Mary, listen. There is something called family honor. If this man comes, and you turn him down, people will mock us. They'll say, look at them, even politicians want to marry their daughter, yet they reject him. Do you want shame on this house?
No, Mama, I don't want shame. I only want to walk in the will of God. Even if the will of God brings mockery, I would rather be mocked by men and be at peace with God than be praised by men and be imprisoned in my spirit. Please, Mama, don't rush this. Give me just one more week. Let me separate myself. If by then, peace doesn't come, I will obey your counsel.
You really mean this?
Yes, Mama, with all my heart.
All right. Just 1 week. But if you don't get your so-called peace, I don't want to hear any more arguments. Edwin is coming, and I want to dance on your wedding day.
Thank you, Mama, that's all I need. Lord, please speak again. If you still want me to run, I will. Just give me strength. Let no charm cover my eyes. Let no fear push me. Let only your voice lead me.
Mary. So, my daughter, you finally found peace. At last. You see, I told you, God is not the author of confusion. Now that you've not had any more dreams, we can assume that God has spoken. Silence is golden, they say.
Mama, I don't know if silence always means confirmation. Sometimes silence is a test, to see whether we move ahead by faith or wait further in obedience. I'm still trying to interpret it all.
Mary. My daughter. You've always been thoughtful, but let me ask you, how long will you keep waiting? Will God descend in thunder before you move forward? You said you prayed. You said you fasted. You said you dreamed. And now, nothing. Don't you think that's God's way of saying, move ahead, I have cleared the path? That's how I see it. Oh.
Mama, I'm not resisting. I'm just cautious. You know, Mama, this decision will affect the rest of my life. It's not a new dress I can change if it doesn't fit. Yes, I've not heard or seen anything else in the spirit, but it's that silence that makes me feel the weight more. I don't want to marry out of pressure. I want to marry because God is in it, and I know it.
Eh? You've said this before. But hear me, Mary, there are doors that close when we hesitate. Do you know how many girls are eyeing that man in this town? Do you know how many families are begging for such a suitor? You are here hesitating over nothing. Is Edwin a drunkard? No. Is he irresponsible? No. Is he jobless? No. Even the church respects him. The pastor welcomed his donation joyfully. My daughter, I'm your mother. I carried you in my womb. I've seen life. I know sincerity when I see it. Edwin is ready. You should be too.
I hear you, Mama, and I'm grateful. But I still have this quiet voice that won't leave me.
It's not a voice of condemnation, no. It's like a pause, a divine hesitation. And Mama, when God puts a pause in your spirit, it's not for decoration. Sometimes it's mercy in disguise.
Ah. Mary, you want to live your life by voices that come and go? You want to explain to your children in future that you lost a good man because of divine hesitation? Let me tell you, the time for wondering is over. As we are going to your uncle's house now, I will inform him myself that Edwin has proposed and that you, Mary, his niece, have accepted. He will give us his blessing and we will set a date. If this continues any longer, Edwin may change his mind, and I will not blame him. He has waited long enough.
Mama, but if he's truly sent by God, won't he wait for clarity?
My dear, this is real life. Not all men wait forever. He waited for Deborah. She said no. He came to you. If you delay, he'll go elsewhere. And believe me, that elsewhere may be where God uses him, not because he's best for them, but because someone refused to move. And you will live with the what-ifs for the rest of your life.
So, Mama, you're saying I should just go on because time is passing?
No. I am saying, go on because the time is right. Not just because it's passing. Look at your life. You are ripe for marriage. God may be silent now because he's waiting for you to trust his silence. That is also faith. That is also obedience. Mary, sometimes peace comes after we step, not before.
All right, Mama, I will not argue anymore. Let's go. I'll meet Uncle. But may God fight for me if I'm walking into something that will derail my destiny.
That's my daughter. Just follow the steps, and everything will fall in place. When a river flows quietly, it does not mean it lacks depth. Peace is not always a shout.
My son, you have been unusually quiet since we left the house. Is that how grooms behave these days? Back in my own time, on a day like this, a man would be humming songs and counting down to the palm wine. You look like someone going to court, Uncle. You know I respect your wisdom. And yes, today should be a joyful day, but I can't lie, I feel like I'm walking through a gate with curtains drawn. I can't see what's behind, but I must walk through anyway. You know, this girl Mary, she's not like the others. She carries something, I don't even know how to explain it. Something sacred. Yet something heavy. That's how good women are, my son. They carry a certain grace, and grace is heavy. If she's truly different, then she's worth pursuing. You've played your part well. The girl said yes. Her mother is backing you. And today, we present ourselves as men of honor. Now, let me tell you something you already know. The moment the girl's family accepts you formally, the community has as well. From that point, you're no longer just Edwin the politician, you become Edwin the son-in-law. That gives you another layer of authority in this state. Uncle, that's why I'm not taking today lightly. I've counted the political implications. Mary's uncle is respected. If he blesses this union, it strengthens my traditional roots. But there's more to this than you know. You remember I once mentioned Deborah, her friend? Deborah. The church girl that rejected you? Yes. That one. The one with 12 stars. I tried. But she saw through me. I went to the altar of power, and they told me she carried too much fire, more than I could handle. Now they're asking for the one with 7 stars. That is Mary. Uncle. The Spirit said, if I fail with Mary, I will be the sacrifice instead. You still keep communion with that shrine? I thought I told you, Edwin, use their help, but never let them control you. You are a man of your own destiny. But if the spirits have spoken, then you must fulfill your part. The only thing worse than spiritual failure is to let the girl slip through your hands now. That's why I need everything today to go smoothly. I need her uncle to endorse me. I need the family to agree. Once the covenant is sealed, I can perform the final rites. After that, no force, not even her quiet friend Deborah, can stop what's coming. You have played this well. Just stay composed. Smile. Answer wisely. Let me do most of the talking. I've attended more marriage introductions than you've eaten Sunday rice. They'll ask for the usual, call it nuts, drinks, wrappers, money for elders, and perhaps bride price to be discussed later. I've already told the boys to arrange all that in the boot. Thank you, Uncle. If not for you, I wouldn't have come this far in politics, or even in this pursuit. Sometimes I wonder. Maybe I was born to lead by sacrifice. No. You were born to lead by power and wisdom. Never let the spirit world steal your voice. Use them. Don't become one of them. Marry the girl. Win the family. Strengthen your name. When you finally sit in that seat of authority, no one will ask how you got there, they'll only ask for favors. Uncle. This is it. If today goes well, my journey takes a new turn, for good or for judgment. Then walk into it like a king, not like a boy asking for alms. You're not just seeking a bride, you're sealing a future. Well, Honorable Edwin, we welcome you with open arms. You have come to seek the flower of this house, our dear Mary, and as custom demands, we must not only welcome you, we must also honor the path you walk with truth and tradition. Before we speak of palm wine or bride price, there is something we must settle first. Please, sir. I'm listening. I came ready, anything for peace, respect, and tradition. Speak, sir. Good. In our land, a daughter cannot be given in marriage unless the spirit of her father has been properly appeased. Mary's father, may his soul rest in peace, was a man of honor. His spirit still watches over her. So, before we proceed with any marital talks, you must bring 2 big goats. One will be used to appease the spirit of her late father, so that all shall go well with you in the union. The second is for the ancestors, so they will open her womb and ensure fruitfulness in your marriage. This is how it has always been done, and we cannot break the order of the land. Ah, that is not a problem at all. Sir, I am grateful for your wisdom. These things are normal. I understand that without honoring the past, we cannot enter the future. I will personally deliver the goats by tomorrow morning. If there are other traditional rites expected, please don't hesitate to tell me. I am not just marrying Mary, I am marrying the whole family.
Brother Edwin, you mean, you will take goats, to make sacrifices, to the spirits? You really agree to that?
Mary, please don't misunderstand me. This is tradition. It doesn't change what I believe in church. But I also understand that if the elders of your family say something must be done for peace, then I must comply. After all, we live in the world, and we must honor both the spiritual and cultural demands. Both must walk together.
No, Brother Edwin, that's not what we were taught. Christianity and idolatry cannot walk together. Light and darkness do not mix. The God I serve, he is not a God who needs goats to open a womb or to appease the dead. How can you, a supposed believer, boldly say such a thing in agreement? You didn't even hesitate.
My dear Mary, please understand, in leadership, in family, in tradition, there are things that are deeper than you see. What your uncle has said is not idol worship. It is ancestral honor. What we do is not because we believe in idols, but because we honor the roots from which you came. You want your marriage to be blessed, don't you?
My daughter, don't be a child. Even Jesus said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. The same God you're talking about created the culture you were born into. If this is what your people ask, let your husband do it and let peace reign. After the marriage, you can pray and sanctify your home as you wish.
Mama, no, this is not about Caesar. This is about my covenant with the Most High. I made a vow to God with my life, that I will never bow to another, not even in the name of culture. Uncle, with all due respect, I honor this house. I honor the memory of my father. But I cannot be part of anything that brings another altar into my life. Brother Edwin, I never knew this was who you are.
Mary, you are blowing this out of proportion. A good woman supports her man. This is not the time to fight spiritual battles. This is about building a future, a legacy. If you want me, you must learn to flow with both faith and wisdom. I won't allow one girl's fear to break what I've built. Enough. This is our compound. No one will turn our ways upside down. Mary, you are not the head of this house. If you don't want to obey our path, then maybe you are not ready for marriage. But let it be known, Honorable Edwin has shown the kind of respect that sons-in-law must show. The door of this house is open to him.
Then let it also be known, I may lose a marriage, but I will not lose my soul. If this is the price of marrying you, Brother Edwin, then the answer is no.
Distinguished elders, respected uncle, beloved mama. And of course, my dear Mary. I have heard all your requests concerning the goats for the sacrifices and the ancestral rites. I truly appreciate the love, the respect for tradition, and the sincerity behind every word spoken here today. But I must speak from the depth of my heart and from the truth of who I am. As a man who holds public office and walks daily under the scrutiny of the people, and as someone who seeks to rise higher in political service, I must avoid actions that can be misinterpreted. You all know how fragile reputation is in this land. So, with humility, I request one thing. Rather than insist on bringing goats or performing any rites that could be seen as idolatry, which some may misunderstand, I suggest we convert everything you require into cash value. Whatever the worth of those goats, or whatever else is expected, please name it in cash, and let me make payment now, and take my wife. This is not to belittle your tradition. No, never. It is to protect my path and preserve peace. I will always honor Mary's family, and this community. But I also want to avoid ceremonies that may conflict with my public image. If the elders agree, I will pay today all that is required. Then whenever the family wants to host a celebration, a feast, or Thanksgiving, I and my wife will come joyfully and celebrate with you. But today, if permitted, let us seal this union. Let today be the beginning of our new life together. My son, I must confess, you are truly wise. It is not every man that knows how to speak like a river that flows gently yet deeply. We cannot force a man to do what his conscience forbids. Your suggestion is honorable. What matters is that you value this family and this marriage. Let the goat talk be set aside. We will convert all into money. Let our people calculate, and if you pay, then we shall proceed with our declaration.
I knew you were a son of peace. You speak with wisdom. And I believe God is with you. My daughter will be honored in your house, and you shall find favor as you go. Let them bring the list of items and amounts now. We won't delay a man of your stature.
This is how elders settle matters with wisdom. The boy is not just rich, he's clever. I always say, tradition must bend where wisdom demands. Let everything be totaled. We are ready. Honorable sir, here is the full amount, including what was earlier mentioned in the value of the traditional rites. If you agree, we will receive it now and proceed. Here it is, full and complete. No delays, no excuses. Let this mark the beginning of joy, not just for me and Mary, but for both families. Let us now rise, as custom demands. Honorable Edwin, by this payment and the consent of Mary's people, and in the witness of the elders, you are now her husband. You are free to take your wife. May your union bring forth peace, children, and prosperity. We speak over you, as your ancestors watched us settle this, may they bless your path. As your hands touch this money, may your pockets never run dry. Let joy follow you always.
Amen.
My daughter, rejoice. Your day has come. You have crossed the river into womanhood. Forget every fear, you are now covered with the blessings of your people. And so, with smiling faces and joyful chants, a union was sealed. But beneath the music and money, a mystery brews. A covenant was exchanged, not only with man, but perhaps with a power unknown to many sitting at that gathering. Greater than Mary thought she had found favor, a husband, a promise, a future. But as she unknowingly stepped into a trap set not with love, but with a sacrifice, Honorable Edwin, the man once rejected by Deborah, has now claimed another. But at what cost? And what dark demand lingers in the shadows, waiting to be fulfilled? Will Mary discover the truth before it's too late? Will the Spirit of God unveil what the eyes of man cannot see? Or will another destiny be buried beneath silence and tradition?
This is only the beginning. Part 3 of Godly Marriage will shake you, inspire you, and open your eyes to the reality of spiritual discernment in marital choices. Don't miss it. Subscribe to Christian Inspirations channel, like this episode, leave your thoughts in the comments section, share with friends and family. May the Lord lead your heart into destiny-aligned relationships. See you in Part 3, The Hidden Covenant.